Hello, no. Hey, y'all. What's up? What's up? Everything look okay? Trying to bring this up on my laptop here so I can see you guys' comments. A lot of times this won't bring it up. Exactly how many viewers I have. Sometimes it says 0 and I'll have 10 viewers. So come say hi if you're here. Might be able to bring this up. Okay, we got some topics to talk about. I got a list. Is it? Probably not. But I got a list. Hello, Dave. Hello. There's our little words. It tells us how many people are here. Should be. Should be. All right, here we go. Let's see how we look. Alabama. Did you watch our latest video on that earplug fly? Because you guys that fly fish in Alabama, you guys do a lot of bass fishing, right? Much trout fishing in Alabama? Or is it mostly bass? Much trout fishing in Alabama? Oh, we got a... Or is it mostly bass? All right. Right on. We have an emergency. Live stream emergency. Lost our backdrop. A lot of people get on me about that backdrop. Oh, okay. Emergencies. Lost our backdrop. I like the Dolphins. Yep, thank you very much. Thank gosh I can use my new 1.8 lens, which makes the lighting better, makes it look better. You can go see the video quality. I used it in a video over in T&D Outdoors. You see down here it says T&D Outdoors. You guys, make sure when you're done watching this live stream, you click on the link below for our latest fishing video, because that's where most of our fishing videos are. We got, I think, 3 out we released. I don't know about how, but you guys probably down there in Alabama, it's probably pretty hot there too. It's been too hot here to fish for trout. Of course, you guys know you got bass, you got river fish. Tie up some white SOBs, a killer for smallmouth on the river here. I'm sure they are for where you are. Check out our old videos and check out the white SOB. It's a deadly streamer. Tied in many sizes. Very hot, yeah. Yeah, pretty hot here. I think it might be going down. Oh! We got to start our live stream. You know, we're going to make this a habit. We're going to have a different featured drink, and today is Twisted Tea. Kind of like them, left over from the weekend we had. Me and Tracy went out and cleared out the land. We have a new base camp set up, which is only 5 minutes from Penns Creek where we fish, and the base camp's only maybe 100 yards for our tree stands where we hunt out of. So that's pretty neat. So we're gonna we might build a cabin there, and we're gonna, you know, so we'd be really close to all our action. Cause yeah, we're gonna do some hunting videos. You like hunting too, and fly fishing. Okay. So, how many viewers do we got going out? Oh my word. We're having an issue. See, we have a lot of issues, but we have a lot of issues when we make other videos too. But when you're live, there's not much you can do. Like cats coming in and out of rooms. I got 3 cats, 3 different colors. 3 birds are 3 different colors. I would use a fly, which I might, if you guys think it'd be cool just to show it. A parrot feather fly, but I don't know how you get the feathers to redo it to represent the fly. But Daisy has a really cool white feather that's really amazing. She's our white parrot. Anyway. You guys can answer this question later. If you're watching this, we're going to start our topics. Alright, we got to give enough time for people to get here. I think Meep will show up as we're doing it. Oh, that's not it. Jeff Uzarski. Uzarski? I hope I got that right. I hope you can watch this in the replay because you weren't here. 1 fly, 1 size, what? So if you could pick 1 fly and 1 size, what would it be? And you had to fish it all year. I already mentioned mine. Like I said, if I would have to pick 1 fly to fish all year and 1 size, I'd probably pick like the white SOB. If you don't like that fly, because it's ours. Another one would be like a mother minnow, in like a grizzly white mother minnow. Something like that, and that white is probably what I would do, because a streamer, you can get a fish to hit a streamer doing a hatch. We might have to start doing more videos. It's just, you know, it's very hard, and all you fly fishermen understand, to break away from the hatch when they're rising, to put on a streamer or a wet fly, or for me, when they're rising, I focus on the surface, because that's some of the best time to be a fly fisherman, late at night when the fish start rising. In my book. Some people don't ever like dry fly fishing. They'd rather nymph fish. Yes. I think some of that's what the other person said. Zebra midge in a size 20. Now here's my problem with that. I don't not want to fish a size 20 all year. No. But I understand that midges are in the water all year long. So that's, and there's usually a midges hatching. It's just then the mayflies come off, they start paying attention to that, but there's still, like, if you go out early in the morning, there'll still be rising on midges early in the morning. Sometimes it'll be rising on midges when the mayflies never touch down. You know, they never hit the surface, so the fish never rise for them. Either that, they do it when you're not there, a couple hours after. So, good lemonade, or yeah, tea. But that's why I wouldn't pick like a zebra midge. I mean, if you were a diehard dry fly fisherman, you could go with an Adams, and you could almost get any fish that's rising for a dry fly to hit an Adams. Or you could just do like a light or creamy Caparadun or Sparkle Dun. And that you could fish in dry most of the year for a dry. But I think I would go with the streamer. But that was that question. Hope he's watching that and this in the replay. So we got 4. It looks pretty dang good. Don't look bad. Alright. Make sure you guys, if you're going out, it's here in Pennsylvania, if you're here watching this, our temperatures are getting low enough. I think yesterday morning was 60 degrees in the morning. So they're going to be coming down, and you'll be able to go fishing in the morning. The only thing is, you don't want to, when the water temperatures get too warm, hold on a second. Alright, we're back. I don't know if you could hear that or not, but 2 of the birds decided they wanted to have a conversation with us. They would get very vocal. So back to our topics. Is there any topics that any of the people watching the live stream want to talk about? Or if you're watching this replay, put it down below this live stream, and I'll get to them in the next live stream. I'll even mention your name. No problem. But make sure you check the water temperatures. By the time you get out, sometimes 10, 11 o'clock, water temperatures have already gone above 70 degrees. Get off the water. I always carry, I got one of them little fish aquarium thermometers at a local store, and I just took there's like a suction thing to hold it in the aquarium. I took that off and just put it in one of these things. This is what I put my cigarettes in. I just put it in one of them and carry it in my pocket and check water temperature as I go. Which will be soon, probably next weekend, doing some more fishing. I'm running out of material. I got one more to make. I found some lost footage of Tracy fly fishing on Middle Creek. I'll be releasing that. I might be even releasing that later. Depends how long the live stream goes. And of course, that's always if you're under 21 or 18. I don't recommend smoking or drinking tea. But most of you guys are over 21 that watch this. Hello, Tom. Tom is here from Hanover. Right on, buddy. How's it going? So yeah, man, I never realized that the last fly I tied, the airplug fly, did not use any hackle or bobbin. But wasn't that pretty cool? I was sitting around work and I had this earplug. Seen it laying down and was floating in a pool of water. I said, that dang thing floats and it's green and white. I can add some legs and make that into a frog. And I guarantee I could catch bass. And then the guy already commented on the video. I don't know if you guys would read the comments. Make sure you always read the comments. Come back a couple of days later and read the comments on the video, man. There's some pretty cool comments about putting some kind of like frog fish scent in it on the fly he uses. That's a foam body. And it sucks in the thing and makes the fish hang on to it longer. And I'm like, yeah, sounds a good idea. But yeah, that was pretty neat. Yeah, Tom, is it too warm where you are anyway? It's too warm here to really want to go out and do any serious fishing. I've been targeting other fish. I've been targeting the trout. Like a lot of creeks around here, you could always target from where we're at. The creek is about 5 feet to my left. Wait, no. Alright, we'll give it 10 feet from my left, this wall. And a stocked creek. We got some big browns about 40 yards up that way. So, anyway, the river is only a quarter mile down the creek. So, I've been watching all these articles, seeing all these people going carp fishing. Well, they come up from the river and they're in the creeks here. And you can target them in the creek. You want to have a blast. Hook into one of them big carp in one of these little creeks. Oh, that's right. You did tell me that. I still haven't got down there, and I really want to go down there. Where? That's in PA, right? Hanover, PA? Right? I know there's a Hanover, PA, and I think there's also Hanover, Canada. Probably a Hanover in a lot of states. That's like a popular town name, I bet. But that's in PA, right? Well, he answers me back. I'll have to check that out. But anyway, yeah, Tom lives at the I'm going to make sure I get this right. Condorus, I think is that the name of the creek. The Condorus comes out of a lake. And when lakes come out are drained out of the bottom of the lake, because the top of the lake is the only temperature or water that is warm. So like if the top of the lake surface water temperature to a foot down is about 70, once you get about 4 or 5 feet down, it's going to be just like cave and stay at like 50. All right, so when the lake drains out of the bottom of that, it's always going to be that temperature. You know what I mean? So you're never going to be too hot to fish there. Plus, by always being a constant water temperature, the fish can feed all year. Don't get too cold. Don't get too hot. There's some big fish in some tailwaters. And that's what you call tailwater. Oh my word, we got all kinds of comments now. Oh, Claudio Alberenu. Which is the best fly for steelhead in Northwest PA creeks? I'm sorry, bud, but that's a difficult question. One, I don't have a really good opinion to ask because I lived in Pennsylvania all my life, never went steelhead fishing. I know people are like, what? You gotta go. People keep inviting me, here you can stay at our house. And for years, I got invited to go to Pocono's private club fishing one time. And I don't know, I just never got back in touch. I should have went. Should have got in touch with people, got their information, and just me and Tracy packed up and went. We didn't. We were going to go steelhead this year. We didn't. So I'm always working. It's always like right before the end of my layoff, so I don't want to take off to go. So that's kind of why I never did. Like after Thanksgiving and then hunting starts, so between Stark and Hanover. Dave's thinking about carp fishing. Yeah, they say it's a challenge, but maybe they just never fished Pennsylvania carp. But we used to catch them all the time on the river. They never seemed very hard to catch. I don't know. I know in creeks I've caught them a couple times. You just sink that fly. I guess it's kind of like you'd be steelhead fishing. You just kind of sink that fly and put it in front of them and hope they suck it up. That's pretty much how I do it here. I don't know how the experts tell you to do it. But I've hooked into one on my weight 4 and the Rust Cat weight 5. And they're up and down the creek in a hell of a fight, and it usually ends up them snapping me off. Between York and Hanover. Yeah. Down towards where the Lancaster thing was, too. Right? York, that's not that far away. I'll have to look that up. I went down there to do a job. Way past that, though. Another hour on the other side of that. No. I never fished for salmon. Never fished for steelhead. Like I said, when that happens, I'm not ready to take off because I'm just about to be laid off after Thanksgiving. And then right after Thanksgiving, it's always been archery seasons. That's coming here in a couple weeks. Just never, always was hunting at that time. So that's kind of why I never did this steelhead thing. My cousin used to do it all the time, but he was one of the few people in our family that didn't hunt. So that's why I never got salmon fishing. Always been hunting at that time of the year. So now y'all know why I don't do much of that. They are west. Lancaster is east of the river. We are west of the Susquehanna, about 30-40 minutes. Right on. I definitely want to go down. I didn't know that's where. I never got a chance to really talk to you about that Codorus and exactly where it was. I didn't know if it was in New York or. I thought you said it was in PA, but I didn't know how close. That's not bad. That's not bad. That's a. Heck, start out early in the morning, get down there. Yeah. We'll have to go check it out. Is it wade fishing? I'm not a boat fisherman. Not in any way, shape, or form. I am not a drift boat. I would be lost on the Montana rivers and where you have to drift boat. I would not like it. I don't like fishing out of boats. I don't know. It's just not my thing. Yes, waders only needed. Right on. As long as I can wade it, I'm good. We're golden. Which I gotta get a new pair of my frog togs I used last year. We're rough on waders. I got it. One of these days, I'm gonna start filming all that other little stuff that I edit out, like Tracy going through Mount Laura to get to the creek. We're really rough on our equipment. I got a new reel, which I gotta find a company and get another one. I don't know. I got my first closed. The gears aren't out. You know what I mean? Nice. Nice. Yeah, we gotta check it out. We went to the little Juniata for the first time this year, and we didn't have a very good time. I don't know if we're in the wrong section, what's up with that, but there was people everywhere, but we didn't have a very good time. Wow, kinds of noises, phones, and all right. We're already on 26 minutes. Holy cow! Here's some things that I had found out that you might not know. So I'm gonna try to bring you like 2 facts every once in a while, or a couple facts that most people probably don't know. And the first one is one that I know a lot of people don't know just by the videos, because I am also watching tying videos on other channels. I do it all the time. Some of these people subscribe to my channel and said, hey, check out my channel, and I'm still subscribed to you. Still watch your videos. Definitely, because I love watching other people's videos. This gives me ideas. It lets me see how they do their stuff and how they organize stuff. It's pretty neat. So I like watching a lot of YouTube. I don't only make videos here. I watch a lot of videos here. I don't watch much TV. Regular TV. Quill Gordon. Okay, when it merges, it merges under the water. It comes to the surface as a full adult, which a lot of people don't know that. And I've actually seen dry fly mergers on people's YouTube channel telling you how to tie a dry fly merger, which it wouldn't be. They come to the surface, well, actually along the edges, to the surface already an adult. So that's just one thing that I noticed, and it's kind of like strange to me. And I brought it up to some of my friends that own fly shops, and they like, I did not know that. Yeah, I was like, yeah, the Quill Gordon, it comes to the surface as a full adult. Like a lot of them will come as the nymph will hit the surface and break through free as an adult. But they actually do that below the surface of the water. Oh, this? Well, you probably can't see it. I don't even think it's going to focus. But yeah, that is what happened is on the back of our vehicle, there's a glass that opens and the back hatch opens. And me and her had gone to Ricketts Glen. We got a whole bunch of videos coming out on the other channel. It's really beautiful waterfalls. You got to go check them out. I'm going to feature all the waterfalls we've seen. I think we've seen 18 or 19 waterfalls. I've got a video for each one set to music, and you can put the whole playlist on it. But anyway, you got to go check that out in TD Outdoors. But anyway, the glass wasn't shut, and when I went to slam the hatch, my finger kind of, I don't know how it happened because it's so quick, but that glass must have, my finger went under there and the glass slammed on it. But luckily, this happened about 1 o'clock in the morning after getting lost, finding our campsite. Oh, yeah. Well, we don't tell you everything. Maybe that's why I need to tell everybody at TD Outdoors to come here, and you need to go there and subscribe. And I can tell you the stories of what actually happened as the videos come out. But yeah, we got lost. I don't know why we decided to go on a Friday night. We didn't leave here till 10 o'clock. Didn't get at our campsite till 1 in the morning. Had a drink or two. Didn't get our camp tent set up till about 2 or 3. Didn't get to sleep till 6. After being up for 49 hours. Something like that. Yeah, it was something. We slept the whole next day. Got lost hiking the falls. We didn't get to hike the falls till Sunday. It was an interesting weekend. It was a lot of fun. But, you know, not everything goes perfect. As you can imagine, hiking and camping in the outdoors, not everything goes perfect. You always forget something, too. Ain't that? You know, always. Here's another little thing you might not know. I better get to the things you might not know. Oh, I got 4 people watching. Right on. The fly migration. Okay. All right. So when a hatch comes off, as the hatches are hatching, the dry flies will all fly up the creek. So when they come down to lay their eggs, they're all up creek. So you would think, this is pretty neat. I didn't know this. It was neat to find this out. So you would think that all your flies would always be at the top of the creek, where the creek started, because they're all migrating up. They're all laying their eggs there. And even if they are halfway up the end of the creek, they lay their eggs there. Then them flies would go up creek and lay their eggs. So all the flies would eventually end up, no flies at the end of a creek. And you're probably like, yeah, I never thought of it that way. So I was like, I never thought of it that way either, because all these flies, you can see them flying up the creek and laying eggs up the creek. And then there's some down behind you, and they're going up creek. Now, how'd they get down there if they always fly up creek? Do you ever wonder that? Any comments on that? No? What happens is, when it starts to get dark, the mayflies will migrate back down the creek. They let loose and they kind of drift in the darkness, and they use the darkness of the water to help secure. Mother Nature makes them do it at night so that the fish can't see them as well. So it makes them rougher for the fish to just sit there and mow on them and eat them all up as they're flown by, as they're making their migration. But that's why you got flies all the way through a creek, because every night, you know, they'll migrate down the creek, and then as they hatch, they go up, migrate back down. So that's something I just found out. So if you're fishing late at night, wouldn't it be nice to put on a nice kind of nymph once in a while? Because once they stop rising late at night, you can put on a nymph and slaughter them, because there's a whole bunch of them floating down. Well, they're mowing on them, because I'm sure they're floating down by the hundreds. You know, just kind of like a hatch would. Like I said before, if you're under 18 or 21, don't drink and don't smoke. I don't recommend anybody to start drinking or smoking. But if you do, light one up and have a beer with me. Going to kill me one of these days. You're all going to be like, Donnie died because he's smoking. I've written down a new channel. Make sure you check it out. Like I said, if you want to see after this stream's over, make sure you click down below. Or if you're watching this on the replay, you could do it at the end of it. Click where it says watch new fishing video here, and you can go there and watch our new fish video. One of the things you don't want to forget now this time of year is your terrestrial fishing, man. The grasshoppers are going to be the fish are going to get back out. You know, they're come out of the cold water lies and their oxygen lies to lay back into regular areas. You know, the fall, brown trout spawning. So watch them reds. You don't want it to step in any place, and we're gonna take you out. Maybe that'll be the next live stream. I'll look for pictures. I don't think I have any. Uh, that stuff I couldn't do. Put that shoe in my mouth. Yucky. I did that once when I was a kid, when I used to bass fish. I started as a kid as a bait fisherman. I'm a self-taught fly fisherman. Besides the kind of instructions I get once a year from Trout Unlimited at their banquet, and then I was young and didn't soak up much of it, and man, I went years without catching a fish on a fly rod. So I didn't have that instructor there all the time. Like my daughter, she caught the first time she came out fly fishing, she caught a fish. She had dad teach her what to put the right fly on, what time of year. I didn't have any of that. I had to be self-taught by reading. We didn't even have the internet. I didn't even have me. I didn't have myself to teach me internet, I had to go read books and stuff like that, and so that's how I was taught. Reading, tying. I went to a tying class at the local courthouse. It was free every Wednesday except for materials once in a while. So did that to learn how to tie and picked up fly fishing. But I came from a lot of bait fishermen. I fished bass with the bait rod, and yeah, I wouldn't go back to that now. I don't know if I could fish a bait rod. It's been many, many years. You were smoking, Tom, more recent than I had a bait rod in my hand. I think it's been 25 years since I've had a bait rod. I don't know, it's been longer than that. I wasn't even in the service yet. I came out of the service when I really dug into the fly fishing. At the age of about 21, 22, I started finding some of my friends started fly fishing. And I got books still that I'd pick out a lot of my flies so that when someone says, that's not the color of a... I don't show you, but I got a library of patterns. I even got, I think it's 300 and some different variations of flies tied in PA, where their size, people's personal notes on it. So when you tell me it's this color, I just chuckle to myself and go, whatever, man. It's been a long time, really haters. I just ignore them. But anyway, so I got all this stuff, and then some I've been collecting from friends that just got out of it and said, hey, keep the book. It's pretty neat. And what do you want to talk about? Another topic? All right. Yeah, make sure you're paying attention to your crickets, your grasshoppers, and don't forget the green weenie. I had I don't know how many little green, them little green inchworms land on me this weekend when I was in the woods. I need to tie on like a size, what would that be, about 16. Like just a little one that goes like that, So it looks just like one of them little teeny inchworms. They'd be killer for brook trout. Right? Maybe I need to do that and bring that to you. Right on. Only 3 watching. Holy cow. Not being able to keep people this live stream very well. But anyway, I think we covered all my topics. So, let me see. Is there anything you guys want me to talk about? Any questions? All right, I looked at the old one. There wasn't too many. Little green inchworm, yeah. I need to tie one on it, like a size 16 hook. Kind of like you would do the San Juan worm or whatever. Kind of like that. But just really teeny little green. They're only not even an inch long. And they always have that, when you see them, they always have that curl. So you tie it here and then curl it up and tie it back. And I bet the fish would just go crazy on them little green things. It'd be easy to tie too. You just need green thread. I have green thread. I have like a weird olive. I kind of like use it for. It kind of looks like grass or some kind of like leaf stuck to it. So you too. Have a good Labor Day. Thanks for hanging out with us, Tom. I'll talk to you later. Check you later. So, we covered all the topics we have. Is there anybody else have any questions? Nobody in the 4 viewers we have? All right, you guys, keep your lines wet, out of the trees, and only give them fish a sore lip. Later, all.